Hey guys, what is up? This is Mr. A. Crizzy here, and in tonight's movie review, I'm going to be doing a movie review on this Disney movie, which is actually a stop animated film from Tim Burton. Yeah, this movie came out in 2012, and this review is going to be on Frankenweenie, directed by Tim Burton. Frankenweenie is a stop animated film released in 2012. And so in this movie, we follow Victor Frankenstein, who is a science nerd and an outsider at school, but he does have one good kind friend, like his dog Sparky. But then tragedy strikes when Sparky gets run over by a car or a truck, whatever, by a vehicle, I should say. And so Victor is heartbroken by the tragedy, but his science teacher gives him an idea of how he'll bring Sparky back to life. So the experiment is successful and goes all well until Victor's fellow students steal his secret and use it to resurrect other dead animals with monstrous consequences. And yeah, so that's pretty much what Frankenweenie's about. So yeah. So I actually just watched this movie on Disney Plus for Disney's anniversary on October 16th. Plus it's also October as well as spooky season, so I felt like giving this one a watch for Disney's anniversary on the 16th earlier this month. Which, yeah, it was actually last week, though, by the way. So, yeah, after watching Frankenweenie, I can easily say this was actually a really awesome, amazing, well-made stop animated film. Yeah, I actually really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was well made. And also, when you think about it, it's also like one of those stop animated films that's very underrated that hardly anyone talks about, because you don't really see people talk about stop animated movies all that much. And I think Frankenweenie is actually one of them, and probably one of the most underrated animated films to ever come out in 2012. And I think I also read this movie was also nominated for an Oscar for Best Animated Feature Film of 2012, but this movie lost to the Pixar movie Brave. I mean, Wreck-It Ralph was also nominated, and some people think Wreck-It Ralph should have been the winner for Best Animated Feature Film 2012, while some may think Frankenweenie should have won instead of Brave. But you know what? I honestly don't really care because I still like all those films, and I still don't mind Brave. But as for this movie, I think this movie's actually even better than Brave as well, because I gotta say the story itself is actually well written. Because I gotta say, when it comes to the story in Frankenweenie, it's actually very well made and actually well written, and it does have like lovable characters that we care about. And by that I mean the ones that we care about the most. And yeah, this movie is also based on Frankenstein, like a classic like monster horror story. And you know, it's like this movie's actually inspired by Frankenstein, as well as like, yeah, this is basically like a Tim Burton stop animated film. Kind of like how Tim Burton created the idea for The Nightmare Before Christmas, and of course Corpse Bride. And I can easily say about the stop animation. The stop animation in this movie is actually very well done, because usually stop animated films take a really long time to make, which is why the stop animators have to take several pictures of the characters' movements and put them all together in one scene. And that's what makes stop animation hard work, because they have to put these scenes all together. They have to put these scenes all together to make it into one movie. And it's like, and they have to take several pictures of the screen caps. Yeah, the stop animation in this movie is well made, and even Danny Elfman's music in this movie is very, very good for like a Tim Burton film. Tim Burton actually does a great job directing this film. The concepts are interesting, and I also like how this movie is shot in black and white. Which explains how the Disney logo at the beginning actually turns into Frankenstein style and turns black and white. Yeah, because even the first few notes in the When You Wish Upon a Star Disney logo fanfare, that variant of the first few notes in the Disney logo was actually kind of reused in Hocus Pocus 2, but then the rest of the fanfare plays differently in that film compared to this. But all I can say is Frankenweenie is a well-made stop animated film that's awesome. And the movie's not even long either. It's like an hour and 27 minutes, so it's kind of a short movie in terms of a stop animated film from Tim Burton. And the voice cast is also great too, because you can't go wrong with the voice cast. Like Martin Short's in the film, he was great. Catherine O'Hara, she's always good. And Winona Ryder. Yeah, Winona Ryder was in Beetlejuice, and yeah, Beetlejuice, and yeah, and of course you can't forget about the Adam Sandler film Mr. Deeds that Winona Ryder was in. But in this movie, she was good in this film, Winona Ryder. Yeah, the voice cast is great, like I just said. And oh yeah, and plus, I think I also forgot to mention that I think that this movie was also based on a Tim Burton short film that I think, well, maybe not really a Tim Burton short film, but all I can say is this movie was actually inspired. I think it was also inspired by a short film that came out a really long time ago. But yeah, so yeah, this is a perfect one to check out for Halloween season and Disney's anniversary last week on the 16th. So overall, Frankenweenie was an awesome, well-made, great movie, and I'm gonna give Frankenweenie 4.5 out of 5 stars. If you haven't seen it yet, then I say this is a good one to check out. Or if you have seen this movie before and if you want to revisit it, then yeah, go right ahead. It's worth a rewatch. Some of you guys out there have seen it, but you get the picture. So yeah, guys, that's my review on Frankenweenie. Hope you guys liked it. And with that being said, thanks for watching as always. And if you're not subscribed yet, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. And also make sure to like this video as well. With that being said, until next time, this is Mr. A. Crizzy saying goodbye, everybody, and that's about it.